YouTube. I'm back from my extended break, which I would like to apologize for, by the way. I know when I started this channel, I was saying I would make an upload like every 2 weeks, but that hasn't been the case. I've been working full-time as well as traveling a lot, so I've barely had time to journal, let alone to film it. So yes, please excuse my absence. I'm back now. Happy spring. And I'm back with an interesting video. So like I just said, I didn't have a lot of time to journal these past few months, but I had this video idea kind of sitting in my queue, and I figured now would be a perfect time to do it because I want to come back to YouTube, and I also don't have anything new to share with you. So this is going to be a flip through of every journal I've used since I was, I think, 18 or 19 years old, and they're all right here. Sorry, my camera's shaking. I've gone through and picked out some spreads to show you, as well as redacted some names for privacy, so I promise I'm not redacting anything interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go through them in chronological order and just show you like how my style has changed, different journaling spreads. Maybe it'll give you some ideas. And to be honest, like, I love watching people's flip throughs. I'm also just nosy, so I want to upload one for the other nosy peeps out there. So yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting. I noticed also through the years, like, my journal tastes have changed. Like, there's a lot of hardcover leuchtturms, and there's a lot of like small thin notebooks, as well as this like 1 line a day. Sorry, there's so many books, my desk keeps shaking. Yeah, so I'm gonna go through them all, and I hope this is interesting to you. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe. I can't promise that I'll upload frequently, but if you like stationery, stick around. Okay, so first on the list is this 1 line a day journal that I started in 2015. I didn't use this super consistently, but I think it got me into a habit of just trying to write every day, or at least when I had something to write. There's like a Harry Potter sticker, some cactus stickers, I guess. Yeah, and this is not in great condition, but I think that goes to show how much it was used. Let me find the one that I redacted. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, obviously this book wasn't meant to have an audience because of the messy writing and different colors. Total chaos. But that's what this book is meant to be used for, you know? It was just a place to kind of write every day. Why does it say best night of my life? I don't even remember what happened that day. Yeah, so it was very much like not an audience, just things to say. I seem to have dropped off in 2019. But I think this book goes to show like how to get into the habit of journaling and use it as a consistent means of either creativity or therapeutic release or whatever you use it for. If you're new to journaling or want to be able to form a habit of journaling every day, I think this is a great like low commitment way to start. But after this, I didn't continue with it. I found that I just preferred long form journals, which leads me into my next point, because the other journal that I had from 2015 was a long form journal. So this one was from Chapters. I don't know if they still do this, but they would sell like 3 journals in a bundle. And they had different things on them. So this one was, I guess, part of a forest animal collection. I don't know where the other 2 are, but this was my first kind of long form journal. And it's where I learned to kind of write my feelings, I guess, because when I was looking through this, it was pretty much all just like walls of text, very like monotone, like same writing, same pen for like 100 pages. And there's no decorations, there's nothing exciting. It's just a lot of like therapy, really. Like, I guess I use this as a form of therapy. If I could find the other page I redacted. I think it was a good way to kind of get into journaling and get into long form journaling, but I don't think this is my style at all anymore. Like I said, very monotone, just like, I don't know, this to me feels like homework. I really like adding kind of visual aspects to a journal. I like adding pictures and stickers. I think the furthest I got in terms of pictures and stickers here was this picture of, I think, Chicago. I think think that's a picture of Chicago, and this very bad poem that I had to cover up half of. But that was really all that was in this journal. This was like, I think, just my first means into like writing out my feelings, which is what leads people to journal long term. And I'm so glad that I kept this, because seeing the things I was worried about in first year, it's fascinating because wow. I don't know what happened to 2016, but the next journal I could find was from 2017. I think that one ended in December 2016, so I guess there was only a few months of time that I wasn't really journaling. But next I moved into this kind of full-size hardcover spiral book, also from Chapters. And I noticed flipping through this one that we got a little bit more creative here. I think this was the first time I used like a photo printer. It was a free sample at North by Northeast. And I started using different colors, a few little stickers here and there. So I started getting a little bit more creative while still using a journal as like a therapeutic place. I started adding a little bit more like drawings, a little bit different text, different colors. This I think was a New Year's post, so I had like my favorite moments from 2017. I've been having Halloween birthday parties for as long as I can remember. Yeah, a lot of concerts. I used to be a concert photographer to make money for university, so I've been to a lot of shows, and I think this was during that time. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff. 2018, I guess my goals. I'm really glad I'm not in university anymore, because the term GPA hasn't been in my mind for a very long time, and I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I think this is kind of like a nice little spread. I think I would definitely redo this now, but in my own style, and I think I would make it neater. But one of the things I love about watching flip-throughs, especially older flip-throughs, is that all these spreads were made for no audience, you know? Like, I wrote them for myself, and it's just interesting seeing how the style kind of evolves when it's just for me. The next book that I found was this kind of large moleskin cahier book from early 2020. So to set the scene, I guess this was at the beginning of COVID lockdowns. I had just quit my serving job, well, not quit, got laid off my serving job from COVID, moved back in with my parents outside the city, and I think I was just journaling a lot because this was only a few months, but I filled up this entire book. I noticed for sure that this book had a lot more visual elements to it. So I started getting my film pictures printed out. Here's some of my friends, a few more stickers. It gets better, I promise. But yeah, I think this was also my means of learning that I prefer smaller books, because I just struggle to fill up huge pages like this when I'm journaling frequently. 30-day song challenge, that's fun. This one's pretty too. I really I think I would like either take things from magazines or print out photos from Pinterest. I still do that actually. I feel like you can find pictures that really resonate with you at that time, and then they just look a lot nicer than some pictures you might take. So here we start getting into a little bit more art. I started painting a little bit, adding a little more color. Oops. I definitely love collages, and I think that becomes really apparent in this book particularly. Oh, here we go. I think towards the end I just started pasting in just everything that I had that was available. Before I went to, formerly Ryerson, now it's called Toronto MU, I went to Trent University, and I went to the 2014 holiday dinner for Zosky College. That's a throwback. The dressmaker part of TIFF at the Ryerson Theatre. I used to live right across from the Ryerson Theatre, so I would go to the shows. I went to Whistler, went to Italy. Anybody else remember these? Went to Martha's Vineyard, and this was a battle of the bands that I photographed at Ryerson as well. lots of fun memories. So this was like maybe a little bit reminiscent and a little bit nostalgic at the time, because 2020 I was already, I think, graduated at that point. So a lot of that stuff was probably just sitting in my parents' house that I used to collage and make little memories in there. But yeah, that was how things kind of progressed. It definitely became a little bit more artsy, and we'll see that going forward too. So next, I think I had a book from May to October, and then randomly another month of the following year. But here we start getting into the hardcover leuchtturm. So I think there's a few following this hardcover leuchtturm. I really, really liked them, but the issue I found was that they always had too many pages. And by the time I would get near the end, it would start getting so thick that it wouldn't really fit on my bookshelf very well. So I would jump books, which doesn't really make sense, but that's what I did for a few books. The soft covers, I think, have less pages, so that's what I've been using since, and I like them, but the hardcovers are just so nice to write on. So yeah, we're still in 2020 now, so May 2020, still in lockdown, I think. Still at home. More collages. Maybe I was feeling nostalgic of my serving days that I had left behind in the quick dust. Roller skates. I roller skated for a while. There was like that big phase in 2020 where a lot of people were getting roller skates, and I fell down at the skate park and broke 2 fingers, so I stopped roller skating after that. I like seeing how things got a little bit more artistic as time goes on. And I think this is also where I figured out that I should keep packaging from things, because it becomes free ephemera when you're journaling. Massey Hall. Sigur Rós? I do not know what that is. I guess I went to a concert I didn't know about. I think these little stickers are from Hanji. I can't remember the name of the artist, but there was a few in here too. I think there was one here. Yeah. Okay, when I was looking at this, I almost started crying because this is an entry from my first date with my now husband. So it just reminded me like why I journal and what it's for. Like, I love being able to look back and see what I was thinking, what I was feeling in that moment, on that day. Like, this is a film picture I took on our first date. So still having that is just like a very special thing. More film pictures, some drawings, packing list, stickers. Like I said, it's so interesting to see what a journal looks like when there's no audience intended, you know? As much as I love watching journal with me videos and I love making journal with me videos, in the back of my mind and the back of the creator's mind is always going to be that there's somebody else looking. So looking through old books way before I even considered making content is just interesting, because it's like, this is how I journaled for myself and this is how I journaled for my own memory keeping. And it's interesting how a lot of things have stayed the same. Like, I love pasting in ephemera. I keep every single ticket, every sticker that I can, receipts. This Archipel label is from the next book I think I'm going to show you, because that was a journal that I bought. So yeah, it's just really nice to see. Lots of memories. So we end that in, that was a lie, August 2020. So why does it say October? I don't think that's accurate. There might be one entry back there. But yeah, like I said, lots of unused pages at the back. And that's what kind of deterred me from purchasing the hardcover in the future. Just too many pages, I won't finish it. So here we're into October 2020, so that was the end of the last light pink book. I started a dark pink book, and I put a corgi here. I love corgis. I used to buy a lot of stickers from Redbubble, and the quality is great because you can take them off and repurpose them. And maybe I'll put this corgi on my water bottle, I don't know yet. So yeah, we get into a little bit more collaging, I think, as time goes on. It looks like I started figuring out you can buy stickers, you don't have to draw everything. You can get ephemera, make collages. Sorry for all the sirens, oh my gosh. Some more collages. I think I started shopping at Paper Plus Cloth at this point because these nice washi tapes and these stickers, I don't know where else they'd be from. I used to have an Instax square, I think was this one. So I had pictures of my friends, memories from summer. Seems like I printed out a few more things on Pinterest. Yeah, I think it's very like obvious. I really love collage style. I love a lot of visual interest in a page. Having things that are iridescent, things that are sparkly, bright colors, it's just so nice to look at later on. It just feels nice, and you capture the vibe of that time. I also love taking paint samples. I think I took this one because it says High Park, and yeah, I'm sure I went to High Park a lot this summer. So this one ended in February 2021. Following this, I think, is my Montreal notebook. Oh, I was wrong. It's a different one. 1 second. Okay, next I have this little book. I think this is also from Hanji. The brand looks like poetry. Write down your legends. I don't know, but this was a nice book. I love the binding on the side. Another corgi here. So this one was from February until April. Nice cover page. We love a collage. I think at this point in time I was subscribed to a couple magazines, so that was a really great source of getting like really nice photos to collage with. I guess I had also bought like a sticker book, some more colors, Ottawa Summer Green, Gratitude, more stickers. This is still relevant. I think that's kind of that. Very similar to the last book where it's a lot of writing, but it's also a lot of collage. It's nice. I think it's not until later that I start to really find my style and I start to journal in a way that like expresses my creativity and my means of art. But I think when you're kind of just getting into it and figuring it out, you'll use whatever's on hand. And yes, it's scrappy, that is good. It is low waste that way. But I don't subscribe to magazines anymore. I don't really have like these things laying around, so it's become a lot more intentional, and I guess that's good in a way. So yeah, we'll see how things evolve. 2021 is only 3 years ago, so we're definitely catching up. So finally, here's the Archipel book that I bought in Montreal that I mentioned like 3 journals ago. I guess I kind of hung on to it before I started writing in it, which checks out. I still do that. I love the colors of this book. I love the neon. I would definitely repurchase this, but like I said, I got it in Montreal, so I don't know where I would buy that now. Let's see. Okay, so we start getting some patterned paper, a little bit of, what are these called? Like little breakaway squares in my entries, more stickers. This is a corgi drawing from my friend. The corgi theme goes through many years, it seems. Some washi tapes, a little bit of doodles. I think this is when I probably started buying Tombos, because I still use these. I recognize these colors. This is definitely Tombow. So maybe it was around 2022 I started buying more markers. This is another travel spread from when I went to LA with my cousin. I'll have to blur that out. I think I still had my Instax at that time, so yeah, it's a cute little travel spread. This was a bookmark from a huge bookstore in LA. Oh, what was it called? I can't remember. A huge bookstore in LA. If I remember, I'll write it down. That's it. I filled this up right to the end. I think this is just a collage. And that was that. Oh, I like this. It has a pocket too. Okay, very nice notebook. Okay, so from the end of 2022 April, I started this book in 2022 May. Started with a collage. It seems that I like to open and close my books with a collage. This is from a really pretty coffee cup that I bought. Film festival. More stickers and washi tapes. A drink that I had. Cottage Springs is really popular in Ontario. I think, okay, so this is when I went to Montreal with my best friend and we stopped in Prince Edward County, which is actually where I ended up getting married. So this was kind of nice too to keep. I guess we went to this ice cream place. This is a cool idea. You can, I guess, check off every flavor throughout a summer. A little bit about Montreal. I bought this Montreal sticker set while I was there, so that was great to have. This is a really beautiful piece of paper from a jeweler that I went to. I can't write on it, it's just too nice. Some hiking. It's also great to keep any kind of program or like guidebook you might find if you use it for a day of hiking or when you're traveling. Those are amazing resources to have for your journal later. They make the best ephemera. Every time I'm traveling, I'm like taking every single like piece of paper that I can find. When was this? This, I guess, was one of my collages from a month I spent in Vancouver Island, or on Vancouver Island, I guess. Like, how pretty is this? It's a Tofino shopping guide. And it looks like watercolor. So obviously I snatched that up immediately. A sticker from the surf school that my partner went surfing. A really pretty business card. I think this was a little welcome back message from my best friend, who also loves stationery. Postcard. I think this happens a lot where I'll bring my journal traveling with me somewhere and then forget to journal or be too busy to journal, and then when I get back I do like a recap page with just kind of all my favorite memories and the highlights. Actually, where did I got my tattoo when I was in Ucluelet, and I got like this western red cedar branch from a hike that we did at the Wandafuka Strait, I think, near Mystic Beach. Oh, here we go, my traveler starts. So this is near the end of 2022. I guess I got my first travelers. It was a passport size. (2023) my bachelorette party invitation. This is the prettiest washi tape I think I've ever used, and it was just like a sample from Paper Plus Cloth. I wish I knew what it was because I want to buy it. I think it's so gorgeous. And again, we have like the last 20 pages of a book unused. I don't know what's wrong with me. When I get to the last little bit of a big book like this, I just give up. I find it hard to write on when the book is like getting really thick. So yeah, the move to Travelers has been nice, as well as using like the paperback leuchtturms has been really nice because they have less pages. But yeah, I think as much as I love these, for the amount of things that I paste in a journal, I can't keep buying them because I won't finish them. Okay, like I just said, I like smaller books. I don't know what possessed me to buy this huge. I think this is like an art edition of a leuchtturm. I don't know what they're called. They have like a 120 GSM page, I think. So they're thicker. I guess I wanted to paint in it or something, but yeah, this was the next book that I bought. Obviously not very portable, but I guess I just enjoyed it for like painting and stuff. I had this Western mountaineering sticker that I got when I worked at like a place that sold rock climbing stuff. And this Froggy 101 sticker. Office fans will know. This is a huge book. Okay, so more collages. New York City. I don't know where I got that. Some old books that I had, stickers, more corgi stickers. Still a lot of film photos. I think when I bought the prints, I didn't have anywhere to put them, so I put a lot of them in my journal. An old playing card, a little drawing, I guess, that I tried to do. It's very clear I got Tombos at this point. Another collage. This one's actually cute, and I remember this being from Toronto Life magazine, and this was a postcard from Natalie Knight, I think. Also very pretty. I must have made this for like a frame because it seems very 4x6, and then I put it in here. When I bought my bike. Sorry for the wire that keeps hitting. Another show I went to, Coin at the Opera House. We got the set list, which is always fun. When you're taking pictures and you're at the front, getting the set list is almost guaranteed sometimes. I love Coin. Montreal packing list, that's a nice one. There were a few years that we went to Montreal every summer. So here I kept, I guess, the map from, what is this? I think this is from the Botanical Garden, yeah. Business cards. I think business cards are a fantastic way to commemorate a trip as well. It's just like such an easy piece of ephemera that has like different art on it, different names, different memories. Cafe Olimpico, we got, I think they had this like frozen coffee that was really popular at the time. We got pho, we got matching tattoos, Maguire Montreal shoes. I bought my wedding shoes here actually. Some art, and this was the tattoo artist that tattooed us. So yeah, tickets, everything. This is my favorite way to travel journal, as we've seen. And then sometimes when I'm getting lazy, or maybe if at this point I had my hand broken, I would just type out my entries because writing was too hard. So that's it for this gigantic book. After this, I think we're getting actually pretty recent. The next one would be from 2023, so let me grab that one. So this is my second most recent book. This might have actually been on my channel already. Now I'm using a B5 softcover leuchtturm, which is my favorite, but for most of last year I was using an A5 softcover leuchtturm. I feel like I've definitely showed this on my channel before, now that I'm looking. But let's go through. So this is sort of what my style looks like now, I think. Like I use a mixture of washi tape, stickers, ephemera. I don't make as many collages and I don't really word dump as much anymore. But I try to be intentional about what I'm pasting in here. New York City. I think I try to keep more of a color scheme with pages now too. It's fun. I put a little picture like this. It's actually not right. It says we chose our honeymoon destination to be Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. We ended up going to Portugal actually, which I just got back and it was wonderful. I don't know if, I think that spread is in my new journal, so you'll see that later. I remember talking about this Pocky on this channel. This has definitely been on here before. This was my obsession last fall. I was eating this all the time. So yeah, this is definitely my style now. I think a little bit of a mixture. It's like a scrapbook style, but a little bit more clean. It's from my Hobonichi Techo that I had. I think for a while I was using this like a bullet journal and like a long form journal. I don't think that lasted very long. More pictures from Pinterest. I was wondering why it was smelling like pumpkin when I was flipping through it. I guess that this candle lid thing that I had on there. I didn't finish a lot of the things on my autumn bucket list last year, so I need to make sure I really work this year. Stuff from our wedding. I kept every single piece of ephemera from our wedding. Seating cards, a gift card for my maid of honor, the Starbucks sticker on my cup. I think this was a menu. Oh, this was fun. We went to a place called Stormcrow Manor. I think it's on Church Street here in Toronto. And they do this thing called a dungeon burger where you roll your D&D die, and based on the number that you roll, it corresponds with what goes on your burger. And I think this was the card that came with our meal. So yeah, that's it. I think I finished this book right to the end. Oh, very close. There's like 3 pages left. I have a problem, but yeah, this is my most recent journal. The next one would be the one that I'm currently in, which is my little B6 guy that I'm using right now. I'm like here, so I guess that means in my world I'm almost done. No, I do really want to finish it. I do love this book, but I'm not going to flip through it until it's done. But yeah, I really hope that this video was at least somewhat interesting. It's definitely interesting for me as the person who made them to look back at all the memories and see how my style has changed, my handwriting has changed, and to kind of look at what my mind was like when I was, 18, 19 years old. So yeah, this has just been really interesting for me, and I hope that it was at least a little bit interesting for you. If you have any video suggestions for me, or you want to tell me what your favorite page was or your least favorite page, you can tell me that too. Yeah, I try to read all my comments, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll be back soon. I have been journaling more, so I will have more stuff to show you. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.